Hello guys, it's your guy, Prince Dynamic. Is it guy or your boy? Anyone? Welcome to the second episode of the Prince Thoughts podcast. And this is another interesting one. Just as I promised you guys from the last episode that we are moving into something even what's like they say it's funnier.
Funniest.
So fun. I want to say fun, but that we've now bastardized
fun.
that word now. So
More fun. Something more fun.
Yes.
my English no go kill us.
More and most.
English no go kill us. Anyways, I told you guys that we're going to move into something. I don't know why funniest is the word called funnier is the word coming to my mind, but you shall get what I'm saying. Something that is more, it's still funnier that's coming to my mind. Sorry, let's just go. Something that is funner than
What's fun? I just say more fun. The only fun.
what we had in the previous session. So today I have another very important guest. So I'm really trying as much as possible to not Beshele data because she's my G and I will never lie to you guys. She's one of the people that I only rate her because I know that she's good. But deep down in my mind, I know rate her because now my G. So not to consign me. If she like become first lady tomorrow, consign me. So I have Ideraoluwa in the house, and some of you might even know her because I know some of you have been saying Ideraoluwa and Prince Dynamic, some posts like that, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so I will not introduce her. She'll introduce herself. She'll tell you guys what she do. And so, yeah.
Okay. Hi guys. My name is Ideraoluwa Akosua, and as Prince Dynamic has rightly said, I'm his G. Sometimes I can be his mentor. Sometimes he can be my mentor. We interchange it like that. Yes.
Cut. You will be my mentor when? Be my mentor when? Okay, so one thing I've learned is the fact that they say that a king does not need to announce that is a king. That's what he just did. So if you're truly my mentor, you don't have to say it. And me, I didn't mention it. That's to show that I'm the actual one. So let's just say, don't respond. You respond, we are going to end this podcast now. Let me compose myself.
Okay.
Composure and steez.
Good.
Steez and composure.
Good.
All right, guys. So we're having a very, very interesting topic. And we're going to be talking about... I don't remember now.
Finding your unique voice in a crowded market.
We're going to be talking about finding your unique voice in a crowded market. And I know that this sounds like a whole topic that we'll just keep talking about. But we're going to be turning towards like our own experience and how she was able to grow from any 50,000 naira. Sorry for
even lesser.
Even lesser to where she is today. She's not going to give you the figure because I know some of you they expect that give us the figure now. She's not getting a figure, but let's just even look beyond the money because most of the times we always we are quick to glorify the money to now make it look as if the end of the day, when we talk about success is that money. So it's not even money now. We just want to talk about how she was able to scale. I think that was a period of a year. It's like a period of a year or more.
No, I think my real growth started in 2023.
2023. So how she was able to scale between then and now. Let's just say 2 years. 2 years now. How she's been able to get to the level that she is today. So, Idera, welcome once
Thank
again.
you.
And it's a privilege to have you. And I know it's an honor for you. You don't need to tell.
Yes.
Honor
Actually, it is.
Thank
you so much, sir. Thank you.
Better. I'll see what I can do for you after
Thank you, sir.
the whole session. So let's go straight into your question. So now, looking at, I've followed your journey, to a large extent, at least I know you very well. So I've seen how you've grown and how you're able to get yourself to this point. So one of the things that I will not say baffles me, I'll say I've seen how you've journeyed, and it kind of interests me that I know how you started. Now I'm not even feeling proud. It's not even from a place of pride, but I saw that you were somewhere here, and I was looking at this career. I'm Godfather, but you just scaled, boom, like that all of a sudden. So I want to know what happened. Did you do ritual or what happened?
Night meetings.
Okay, was it night meetings?
Yeah.
Okay, let us know which witchcraft organization you joined and how you were able to. You just give us a background of your story
Okay.
Before I now start asking you the main questions. Yeah. So like you can have like an idea of everything. Yeah.
All right. So I won't say I just skilled, boom.
Okay.
It was actually a gradual process. All of my social media journey, my real social media journey started in the year 2020 during the lockdown.
Okay.
So, a lot of people during the lockdown, they just wanted to do something just to bring money. So I was at home and my brother was already earning from writing. And I had a little bit of writing background. Like I enjoyed writing a lot. And this was right from 2016. And I was like, my brother is already bringing in like small cash. He's earning small cash and I'm just there earning nothing. So I said, okay, I think it's time I went back to the writing I used to love. So I started writing poems, stories. And to an extent, I felt like this writing poems and stories is not going to bring money for me. So I decided to, okay, let me pivot. So I learned copywriting. My first ever copywriting class, I took a free class before I pivoted to like taking a paid course. It was my partner that paid for the copywriting course for me. And I had actually paid.
This is love. No.
So he has paid for more courses then because he saw my interest in this thing. So I moved from copywriting to social media management to social media strategy to content creation. Now I'm doing all of it. I'm not much of an active copywriter anymore, but I do more of social media copywriting. So that was it actually started. So it was a gradual process. To a lot of people who do not know me, they might just feel like, oh, it was just boom. But to be honest, the growth has been there since 2020. But I think it became more obvious in the year 2023 because 2020, 2023 is 3 years. Yeah. So if people are not seeing the results of what I've been doing, that means I've been doing nothing.
Yeah, true.
Yes. So that's
interesting. A question came to my mind now. Though it's kind of a little bit deviating from what we are discussing now, but I just think it's important that our viewers are there to get to. But as you're saying all these things now, I was just thinking in my head that I don't know. Why is it that, okay, now, you said your partner sponsored many of these things. Why were you sort of interested in your partner sponsoring it? Why not just sit down and enjoy the money? Do you get my question?
Yes.
Because I've actually met quite a number of people and I see, especially the age that we are now, the generation that we are now, I see how that people are more interested in, let me just spend. Let me just be a grandmother. Let me just spend the money. Because at the end of the day now, everything you're trying to do beyond doing what you love, you want to make money because you've mentioned money like 2 times now. So now, why is it that you didn't just, since the money was available, why didn't you just stay with it? Why did you decide that you wanted to do something for yourself? Were you scared that, were you scared that, my God, I've been waiting. So how did you get to that point?
Okay, so the thing is, right from when I was young, I actually wanted to become a woman of substance. So sitting down and just allowing my partner give me money for everything I need was not going to get me to where I wanted to get to. So I knew that I needed to invest in myself. I needed to be serious. Even though I didn't have the money to invest in myself at that moment, I had somebody who was willing to financially invest in me to be able to get to where I wanted to get to. So that was why I could not just say, oh, let me just sit down and eat the money I wanted to eat. And also, we were dating to get married, of course. But what if something had happened and, we just broke up? Does that mean that ultimately means that
that's the end.
Our life, that's the end of it, of everything. And that means that maybe I'll just have to start from ground zero again, looking for somebody that will be sponsoring me, giving me money just to lavish. I can't live my life like that.
I get your points. Now, the way you said, looking for somebody that's sponsoring, it's not even sounding annoying in my head that it's true that people actually do that. So now, just still on this, before we get back to the actual conversation itself, I was just thinking as you were speaking about it now, I was just thinking in my head that, okay, now he was interested in sponsoring. Now so the money plenty.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking in my head that, money dig ground like that. Because one thing I know about men is that as much as men love to spend, we no love to spend, except we are spending on ourselves. So I feel like, are there some attributes some attributes that you have, or there are some things that he had seen that made you feel like, oh, I don't even mind spending this amount on this person?
Okay. So I'm going to talk from both of us perspectives. We were still students then, and my partner is somebody that's...
Students, an individual. Go give me a number.
We were still students, yes, and it was not as if the money was a lot. Like the money he was getting from home was a lot. But because he saw my interest, he saw the passion, he saw the real growth, he saw where I was going to, because I also shared the vision with him. So he was ready to invest in me. And also he's also somebody that if he sees these attributes in other people, he's also ready to invest in them.
For them. Okay, so
Yes.
it's not just you.
It's not just me, but just that mine is different because I'm his partner. So mine is way ahead of mine is way ahead of others. But one thing about him is that he's ready to give out of the little he has. He's ready, not, let me not say give, sacrifice, because it's actually a sacrifice.
Yeah.
He didn't have a lot at that time because, like I said, we were still students. So he's always ready to sacrifice out of the little he has for me, because he knows that he's not investing in me in vain. I'm definitely going to produce results from whatever it is investing in me with.
Good. That's nice.
Okay.
So maybe you drop his contact so we can share with
No problem.
people out there.
We'll
in
help you.
case
We'll
they
help
are
you.
interested in connecting.
I can even give you. Maybe you need him too.
Yeah, I need him. I'm straight, please, and I'm married. Except he wants to fund me too, so I don't mind.
It can.
I'll drop my OPay account.
Afunima Obe.
My OPay account is displaying on the screen in case you want to send one. All right, so the next question I want to ask now, coming back to the actual conversation, is what were some of the qualities or some of the things that you had to pick up on the way to get to this level that you are? So what were the things that you thought of, okay, you were somewhere before? Because truth be told, even where it looked as if you were earning very, very little, and you're actually doing something, you're not stealing now. So for me, that itself, that alone is hard work. Like, you're hardworking. So what were the things that made you feel like, I think I have to do better for myself? That's number one. What were the things that you thought of that made you feel like, I think I have to do better? Then secondly, what were those things that you now did along that line that's now sort of brought you this result? I know that you mentioned God, because I know that you can't take God out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, but what were the other things too that you did alongside too as well?
So one of the things that actually pushed me is the kind of family I come from. It's not as if we were poor. It's not as if we were poor. But I just knew that I had to do better for myself. Like, I wanted more financially.
Everything, Kali.
Everything wise. I just wanted more for myself. And right from when I was young, I think I said it earlier, I wanted to be somebody that is known, both financially.
Your name to stand alone without having to attach to somebody.
Thank you. And also, I just wanted to be a prominent woman. I want people to hear Ideraoluwa and be like, oh, that lady, that woman, she's just this, she's just that.
You want to get a place whereby people start naming their children because of your own name.
You know, right? Because my name is actually not common. That's true. Let people start naming their children because of my name. So yeah, that was one of the reasons. And also, lockdown opened my eyes to a lot of things. I thought that after school life would be very smooth, finish school, get a job. But because of the lockdown, I had a glimpse of what after school life would be. And I was like, no, this is not how I'm going to live my life. And to be honest, before lockdown, we already started selling, like, we're doing mini importation and everything. But the lockdown, just like, during the lockdown, you could not do deliveries and all of those things. So that was when I need to learn something that I don't have to go out of my house to be able to do. So things that I picked up, skills that I picked up, not like copywriting and all. I picked up commitments because I knew that if I really wanted to grow, I would be committed. And I had to let go of my sleep because I used to sleep a lot. I can sleep on water, and I'm not even exaggerating now. Afternoon, I can wake up by 9.
I hear some feedback in the background.
I can wake up by 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. I can sleep back. That was how bad it was. But I knew that if I really wanted to make something out of myself, then I need to drop this sleep. So sleep was one of the things that I dropped. When I was learning copywriting, I used to handwrite long sales letters every single day. I think I learned copywriting, like the course was 30 days. For 30 days, I handwrote long sales letter every single day. So I'm not putting God aside. You already mentioned God there. Yeah. But to be honest, God, I became closer to God. Yes, I became closer to God in school. So another qualities, another skill I picked up was resilience. I learned to be resilient because I think when I was growing up, a lot of times things did not go my way and I allowed it to weigh me down. But while I was growing skill wise, I also learned to be resilient that a lot of times things are not going to go my way. That does not mean that I'll be all moody, all gloomy. Everybody's going to know that something's
Question
wrong
will
with
drop in
me.
my mind now. I am right.
Or I'm going to give up because something did not go in my way. So I learned to be resilient. Yes, I did.
So I have two more questions. No, not two more questions. Like I got two questions more from what you just said now. The first question is from what you said. Dude, that one was on my mind already. So not look as if now your answer make me ask him.
Okay.
So it's on my mind, but you now spoke in that direction too. So you're talking about resilience, and when you talked about the importation, I called that don't money. So I said you've really tried your hands on so many things that I know of. Okay, as at the time that I knew you, Sha, I know that you've tried your hands on so many things. How were you able to deal with it, knowing that you've done A, it crashed, you've done B, it crashed? Now, I'm asking this question for my audience, and I'm even asking for myself, because for me personally, I've not been in a situation whereby I've tried my hands on so many things that didn't work out. So let me say out of 100% of the things I've done, at least 80% worked. So I'm not bantering you. I cannot relate, really. But I've seen your own, that even me say from afar, I can shake my head and say, you know, to work by Oshele could work, this one could work. So, like, how do you feel? Like, have you ever felt, like, I just need you, like, your sincere opinion on this. Like, how do you feel trying this and it's not working? You try that, not work. Like, one, how do you feel? Then, what do you do going forward?
How do I feel? To be honest, if I try something and does not work out, I'll try something else or I will try again. One thing about me is that I don't feel like because I put my hands in something and it failed, then I'm going to fail in something else. I'm not scared to try other things. I forgot to mention that I actually learned product management, that I wanted to become a product manager. It didn't work out. I'm back to my social media. So one thing about me is that I think I've learned to tell myself that not everything is going to go my way and it's actually okay. It's fine. Not everything will go the way you want to. But that does not mean that you will stay stuck. You have to okay, somebody usually says, my partner's dad usually say that you guys are still very young. You have a lot of time to try different things. Unlike me, that I'm already old, I have limited things that I can try. But you guys are still very young. You can, try different things. If it fails, try something else. That importation that you mentioned. So what actually made us stop importation was that we did like the importation and then it was what I ordered versus what I got.
Because you guys became like I don't want to mention the name, so do not drag me.
Oh God.
A TEM.
It was not funny because we were students. And that was not our first time. I think that was like
first time trying the importation.
Yes. I think that was like the third time. A lot of people, and it was pre-order. So a lot of people that had paid, some of them did not get what they wanted. Some of them, their goods not even come at all. Some came in other colors and they said they didn't want. And we're still students. We had to use our pocket money to repay people.
Funding.
It was then you said, no. It's not this. Even if you want to do mini importation, maybe after school, maybe we're already making money. So I think the ultimate thing is just that when you try your hands on something and it's not working, don't be scared to try something else. Just try. You have a lot of time on your ends to try different things until you actually know what works. Today, I'm a social media strategist, content creator, storyteller. Next year, I can be something else. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared.
I think Lagos State, I need to recommend to Lagos State. See a perfect candidate for Ideraoluwa General.
Oh my God.
I mean, Ideraoluwa General. So it is a perfect shooter. In case the governor is saying this is a perfect.
So next year, I can be something else. Okay, I think there was a time I put out a particular post on my Instagram I listed what I wanted to be in different years. I think I started from 2020.
Okay.
There was a year I wanted to become a food critic, like Okpeyemi Famaki. Another year, I wanted to become an actor. Another year, like, they were just different things. Some I tried, some I did not try. But I was not just scared to try new things.
So now I have another question in that regard before I now ask this other one.
Okay.
Now, listening to this story, all of these things that you just shared now, it has more like opened my mind to a different perspective of life. Because me, when I see people like that from afar, I judge them. And this is just me being sincere. I feel like this person is confused. People else don't know what they have to do. Like, this person is just confused. But the way they're saying it, like, make me feel like, what if she was not even confused? So it's possible that you are trying so many things and people are saying it and it feels like you're confused, yet you're not. So it's making me feel like it's scattering my own ideology of that, like what I've had in mind before now. That's when I see people trying the hands, doing this, doing that, I naturally used to feel like they're confused. And this is just me even confessing. I feel like I can, but with what you said now makes me feel like, oh, you can actually try your hands on so many things. And it does not necessarily mean that you are confused. It just means you try not to give up. Now, this leading me to the main question I want to ask now. When you were, okay, now let me leave the past alone now, because we're not in the future. Or in the present anyways. So now that you are at this level, and so I just want to ask, during the process of getting to where you are, because I know you've not even gotten there yet, in your mind, this is something that you're trying to achieve, that it looks as if you are not even yet on track, safe. So now, that process of doing all of those things, did you feel somehow at any point, like maybe when you see people who are already what you are aiming to be, especially when you see people that are maybe like they started at the same time that you started or started after you, and it looks as if they're already making wave, how does it make you feel? Now, I'm asking that question because we are human anyways. There are certain ways that we respond to different things. I've seen people, not necessarily in my field, but people that I was one of like their prominent, let me bring it to social media, one of like their prominent follower. That's when I followed them. When I followed them, they were like, they posted it on their story, Prince Dynamic followed me. But today, I don't even have the mind to send them DM because I feel like I'll have to start explaining myself. I'm Prince Dynamic. Do you remember that guy that's shaking the cup? Because they've gone far now. So I'm now thinking, how did you feel that period? How did you feel and how did it shape your journey? Because for me personally, I'm just going to be sincere. Sometimes I used to feel like I have to go back and sit down. I'll just pause everything around there. I'll just sit down like, am I on the wrong track? Am I doing something wrong? Sometimes I feel pained. Sincerely, I feel really pained that this person established me. It's serious things I've listened to now. How do you feel?
Okay, so I think one of the things that growth has done to me, growth has made me understand that my journey is different from everybody's journey. Just because somebody is doing better than me does not mean I'm not doing better in my own lane. So I used to feel, in fact, sometimes I still feel somehow. But I think, not that I think, it has reduced than the Ideraoluwa maybe 2-3 years ago. That whenever she saw people doing better than she's doing at that moment, or she saw people that started the same year she started doing better, or she saw people that they started after her, they are now doing better than her. Oh my God, my emotions. It would have drained. My steeds would have dropped. I would have been thinking that, am I on the wrong path? Am I not doing what I'm meant to be doing? But like I said, growth has taught me that my journey is different from everybody's journey. Just because somebody is on level A and I'm on level D does not mean that I'm not doing better in my own lane. So one thing I do whenever those kind of thoughts comes is that I remind myself that because they are doing better than me does not stop me from getting to where I want to get to. So rather than dwelling on them, what I do is I look at myself. What should I be doing better that will take me to the place I want to get to? Not to where they are, to where I want to get to. So if there's any area I need to work on myself better, I do. And if I see that I'm doing fine, maybe my process is just slow, then so be it.
Process. Okay, I think that's one big lesson that we need to learn. Because as we were saying, I was just thinking about my own journey too. how that I've seen so many people do stuff in less than 2 years, 3 years. I mean, it took me like 5 years to get there eventually, and I'm still looking forward to more. So now, let me ask you this particular question that's in regard to like originality when it comes to stuff like it. So I'm just going to bring it in line of what you said now. When you see those people doing those stuff, are you not tempted to like copy the exact thing they are doing and paste it? Because I see that a lot. And now, especially when it comes to your feed, when it comes to social media, I see one person doing one content today and it's becoming famous for it. It's not trending. Tomorrow, somebody else is already doing the exact same thing. It's not even changing anything. It used to annoy me. But now what I discover is that people still engage with such content. But I'm not able to connect because I know the originator of that particular thing. So now my question is it okay to follow people's templates, like copy and paste? Or do you think it's always important that you come up with an original idea? Because in my own head, I used to feel like it's nothing original. We are just tweaking something that already existed, or maybe something that we ourselves don't know that existed. We are now bringing it now to think that we are the originator. So, what's your own stand on that? Do you feel like it's okay to copy and paste, or you feel like you have to be original at every time, every point in time?
Okay, so it is not okay to copy and paste, because copy and paste means doing exactly what somebody else is doing. So let me go back to your question where you asked me that, do I feel tempted to copy other people? Yes, I do. Especially when I see that what they are doing is working. And they have like thousands of followers. They have a strong community. And I'm just there with my less than 1K followers. I'm not always, but I'm sometimes tempted to copy them. But then when I think about it again, I've built my audience from scratch with my own templates. If I come and bring somebody else's template to them, what if I'm unable to continue?
Yeah.
Or what if today the person stops creating? Does that mean I will just be stagnant?
That's sustain yourself again.
Thank you.
Because it's not even original to you.
It's not mine. Exactly. So I will not be able to sustain myself. I'll just be there and then.
Okay, sorry, I'm continuing. I get your point, but I'm thinking about it now from a different perspective. So I know someone that would always tell me, there's nothing new on that. Just copy this exact thing that someone has done and paste it and just get us the results. Now I discovered that every time that we do that, we actually get the results. So are we saying that we are no longer even interested in the results now, but we are now focusing on originality? We've forgotten the place. Is it that we should forget the place of results? Especially when in cases whereby what you copied is working. Do you get? So are we saying that we should not focus? The result was never the aimed results. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Are we saying that the result was never the aimed result? That it was just the originality that is the actual thing?
Okay, so I'm not saying don't copy at all.
Okay.
I'm saying don't copy exactly and now go and paste everything.
Okay.
Copy with sense. Like the title of that book, Still Like an Artist. Just like you said, there's nothing new. So you can see, I'm a content creator. So there are some times when I scroll through people's content, I'm like, oh, this is actually very interesting. You know, the way they started their content, their hook, maybe visual hook, text hook, it makes sense. Let me try it in my contents. That does not mean that I'm going to start my hook the exact same way they started theirs. Okay. I'm just infusing a bit of theirs into mine while still maintaining my originality. So I think what I'm going to say is that while you are trying to copy people, find a way to balance it. You are able to maintain your originality, whereby people see your content and they are unable to know that, oh, she copied somebody, he copied somebody. So still like an artist, copy with sense, but also make sure that an original version of you is inside whatever it is that you are copying, that your audience will see it and know that, oh, this is Prince Dynamic work, without knowing that Prince Dynamic actually saw somebody
and did the exact thing and did something
and
similar.
tweaked something. Exactly.
All right. So, speaking of originality, there's something that came to my mind while you were speaking. I was just thinking of, fine, we might not necessarily be able to point out and say this is what it is, but there's just something I've discovered that people want you to be original. And before I used to feel like I'm the only one that wants people to be original. What I've come to discover that even people, the people that we are creating all these things for, they like you, not just because your stuff is the best. There are other things that they can engage themselves with that will make sense to them. But if they like your originality, so I was trying to like add to what you said, that it's just when people message me, people also send me messages like, oh, I like everything you do. Sometimes I'm always forced, I'm just saying the truth, I'm always forced to go back to my page, see everything, and I'm like,
What are they saying exactly?
what I do? Sometimes somebody asked me a question one day and I was telling the person that this is particular content. I also wanted to show you guys that I'm alive. I didn't have any doubts, but you see people commenting, saying, I'm like, what's happening? So I feel like it's that originality. That originality is one of the reasons why they still feel glued to me. Because it's just one thing about us as human beings. We love people that are original. And we are quick to judge people that can copy and paste without switching. So in a nutshell, I'm just, like I said, I'm just butchering what he said, that I think that one way or the other, there's something that is original about us, that is unique about us, that makes us different from, regardless of whatever you're doing. Even if we are doing the same thing, we are like 10 of us doing the same thing. There's something that is unique to you. There's something else that is unique to me as well, despite the fact that we're doing the same, that makes people, our own kind of people, want to stay with us. So, well, not to say too much, let me go ahead to appreciate Ideraoluwa for making it on my podcast.
You're welcome, my boy.
Okay, too much of weed. Thank you for making it on my podcast. Like, I really appreciate. Forget everything that was said backstage. I really appreciate, because she's one of the people that where we're coming up, where everything just this summer. I remember that I was talking about our first podcast where you had to be sharing
microphone.
Four of us share one. It's very rubbish. Like that microphone, just thinking about that microphone in myself is annoying me already. Maybe I have to be sharing it, but we thank God for growth. Yeah. And I'm happy that it's not that one person is the one just making that wave. Every other person too are coming up. And that shows that we are, one, resilient, just like you said, and the fact that we all want something better for life. So thank you very much, Idera, for making it to the podcast. And thank you very much, guys, for staying to the end of this session. And we're going to see you in the next session. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to follow. And like I said in the previous podcast, we now have a community. So you're going to find the link somewhere around this video. Just go ahead to drop your mail so that you can always stay updated on updates from us. So I'm going to see you in the next episode. Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Now you get audience. All right.